My name is Hidanah Shamsudin with metric number A16A1282. Today I will present about my internship company that is Inflow Global Marketing M Sendirian Berhad. Okay, first I will explain about the background of the company. The type of company is a food industrial company. It a wholesaler and a retailer company. This company is owned by Abdullah Sani bin Sha'ari and it has been operated since 2011. When Encik Abdullah Sani start its business, it start with selling product mi that is mi getih, mi cepat and mi tambun. All these three type of mi is a mi that made by their own company. Other than that, the company also has been the one of the biggest wholesaler for halal product. This company also is 100% owned by Bumi Putra. Okay, in this company they have three type of department. They have four type of department, that is production, warehouse, admin and finance manager and HR department. In production, that is C5, it was responsible in making mi, that is mi tambun, mi cepat and mi getih. They also prepare for the product that we need to supply for hospital and RKK. RKK is rumah kanak-kanak. The tender is on every day from Monday to Sunday. So they every early morning about 5:30 a.m. they need to prepare the product that they need to send to the hospital and RKK. In production also they repack the product with company logo like the Inflow Pau, Inflow Donut, Inflow Chapati, Inflow Tishanai. All of that they have using their logo to repack all the product. Next, in the warehouse. Warehouse they involved in the purchasing and ordering product. In the warehouse also they make credit note and receiving. Other than that, they also make sure the product quantity and the balance product they have in the warehouse. In the warehouse, they have also sales and telemarketing. They also make sure that warehouse is organized accordingly. The third department is admin and finance manager. In admin and finance manager, they are responsible in making payment and receive payment. They also are responsible in cash flow of company and make payroll for the company. Next is HR department. In HR department, they are responsible in making the training, training for the staff. They also in charge in the staff charity. Uh, the HR also responsible in taking action based on the discipline of the staff. When I do my internship, I basically was work at the warehouse that is B7. Next is company operation activity. So I will explain the about warehouse detergent B7 because I was new at that. The first is purchasing. In purchasing, they check quantity of hand of each stock. After they have the quantity of the stock that they have, I will highlight the product that have the minimum balance. When they already know the product that have the low balance in the stock, they will start ordering based on the quantity and make a purchasing order that is PO letter. Next in receiving. When receiving, they have a place that they will receive the product that is in front of the warehouse. When the product arrives, they will check if the product arrived is tally with the invoice. After that, when the product arrives is tally and received in a good condition, they will send the invoice to the purchase department so that the purchase department will do the verification. Next, in terms of sales. In sales, the salesman will go collecting order using two type of way, that is telemarketing and the retailer will go to the shop of the customer. After that, when the salesman get the order, they will send the order to the sales coordinator and the sales coordinator will check the payment. If they have a payment that is short or the payment that is unpaid, they will not make a quotation. Quotation will make after the payment have been made based on the sales coordinator. After that, after they make a quotation, the storekeeper will take the product and put the product at the loading area, and the person in charge in the loading area will load the product into the lorry before they distribute to the shop. Next is cooperation. When I start intern in Inflow Global Company, basically many things that I have learned from zero thing that I know. I already know many things at their company. First, I need to make a checklist for daily routine checklist and need to check every day, check stock every day of each rack in warehouse and room. They have their two room, the room B and room C. They also have many rack, almost A to F rack that have their own product. So I need to make the checklist for all the type of product and need to know the quorum product. After that, I also learn how to receive product and make sure that this product is received in good condition. When the product arrive, I need to receive the product. I also need to count the amount of the product if it tally with the invoice. After I have checked all of that, other staff will double check and they will verify. After that, I also learn how to key in GRN for invoice and the receipt. Invoice is for the product that is in a company that is big like Julie's, Faiza, um, Adabi, and other than that. For tender receipt, mostly is like receipt from Pasar Borong, Pasar Besar, Pasar Ipoh, and other than that. I also responsible in check for one of the major project that is project Kota Harapan Yayasan Perak and XDC. So in that project they have only few type of item that need to have for the for that project. So I was responsible to check all the product have in a have all the product quantity and the amount of the product. Other than that, I also learn how to make phone call and make invoice when need to send Kota Harapan. So when we already have the amount of Kota Harapan that we need to send, I need to call the YB that in charge in that place and to set the date and set the time so that our driver will send the box to their place. And I also learn how to make the invoice for invoice that we need to send to them. Other than that, I also have learned how to make quotation and loading product. This is on part sales, but I learned how to make the quotation and I also know how we want to loading the product before they distribute to the customer. Next, I also learned how to make credit note and debit note. This involves when the supplier come, we want to return the product, so we must make sure we make a credit note and debit note so that they can know which product we want to return. Uh, Other than that, also make a promotion for the company product like that is me. So I make a campsite for the product so that I can promote the product. During the COVID-19, our company create one of a little big project that is donation during COVID-19. So we need a donation from our big supplier like Adabi, Adabi, Tamin, Kicap Tamin, and Faiza, and other than that. So I need to make a letter and make call to their company to make sure that they can send some of their donation to our company. Next, I also have made a box for Kota Asnaf that is based on the package. Based on package, Kota Asnaf is one of the thing that have we need to make for the poor people. Next, the contribution for the company. Basically, I've made 4 contribution. My first contribution is I'm making a campsite that I said before for product inflow company. In the campsite, the company can know the little bit intro of the product, the picture of the product, the video of the product and the customer response. They also have my number so that they can directly PM or WhatsApp me for making order. Next, I also make checklist based on the product that categorized by the rec. As I said before, I've already made the checklist for all the product in the rack so that I can check it daily. After than that, I also have a checklist for project Kota Harapan yang satu dan SDC. This project have several items that I need to check. To make sure that the quantity is enough for the project. Lastly, I have clean up the Kurumbi NC and organize back all the product. In Kurumbi, they have tender product and the product that we sell. So I have organized the tender product in one part and the product that we need to sell in one part. Next, the improvement that I can see, the first problem or issue is based on their return product. As I can see, they have many product that need to return. So the company can make improvement. That is the product that is almost expired because they have the person in charge to check the product. So they must know. So if the product expired in month of April, the product that is expired in month of May and June, they need to take out so that they can no, if they can sell the product or they must return quickly to the supplier. If the product destroyed or not in good condition or have expired date, they must make sure they return to product within 2 weeks to the supplier. uh, After that, when the supplier come to supply the product, we must make sure the supplier take the return product first before we receive the product. Next is the when during the loading time, it have issues on some of their product do not have sticker on their product. So I as I can say, they can make a book and put all the sticker of the product. So when the product is take out, they just need to scan the sticker and they directly will go to the system. They also must make sure that the customer have no payment issue before they make quotation, so it will be easy for them. Last part is the cleanliness. The first thing they must make sure when the product at the rack arrive, the product that already have must be in the front and product that just arrived must be at the back. So they must using the concept first in and first out. After they take out the product, they must make sure that the product is kept back to the place because all of the product have their own rack. So they must make sure after they take out the product, they must put back at their place. After lastly, they also can make sure every rack in their warehouse have the person in charge. Challenge in doing work. Of course, when I start the work, they have several challenges that I have to face. First, first challenge I have to face is when I key in the good receipt note for the tender product. It was so hard because I said the GRN product mostly from the not a big supplier, it's a small supplier like Pasar Borong Senawang, Pasar Borong Ipoh. So it was so hard to recognize the date, the amount, the name of the product. So by asking the senior workers, I have to go through all the receipt with them, and I also have check all the information in their tender file. After that, the next problem is using the system to recognize the product. They have all the product in their system, but as I can see, the invoice we receive, the name of product is different with the SKU of product in their system. In the SKU, the name of product is the name is different, but in the invoice, the name is not same with the SKU. So they can make sure or they can change their SKU based on the invoice. So it will be easy to the person that in charge on that part. Next is they can when I first to make checklist for stock checklist, make stock checklist, it was hard to recognize the product because sometimes and yeah right the product is do not have or the product has finished and do not arrive yet. So I need to know what the product that have in the rack. So based on that, um, I have need to check on the system. So for example, Adabi have so many type of products. So I need to check at the system what type of product Adabi have. So I need to put all the information in my routine stock so that it will be easy for the ordering part. Last part is about pure value through the internship. Of course, there are many so much value that I can learn. First, all the work need to be done together. As I can see, if I do not doing my part, that is check the stock, the ordering process will be problem because if they do not know which product will expire, which product they need to order, which product that is in a low quantity. Next, in the week of Kotak Harapan, it was hard for us because we need to work overtime. Every day we work almost 7 p.m. So it was so hard and tired on that time because the due date for that project is only 2 weeks. So we must make sure the project is done by 2 weeks. So at that time, I really learned how the workers work with each other, helping each other, make sure that all the thing can be done smoothly. Next, in the term of receiving part, I also learned we need 2 person in charge on the receiving. The one person will check the quantity of the product, and one person will make sure to make sure if they have a return product or make a return product on that time. Next, in doing work, as I know, when we receive a task, we need a help. We must asking for help. We must ask for the seniors workers how we wanted to do it. So if we have a problem, we need to ask them so that they can help us. Lastly, when we're making a problem or making a mistake, we must take responsible on what we have been done. We need to figure out the solution. As I can see, at one time the workers have made a mistake. he directly he directly responsible on what he have done, and he also has take responsible how to figure out the solution. That's all that I learned from my during my internship. Overall, many things that I have learned from making an order, receiving, checking a stock, making a CN, DN, and all part of the thing that I need to learn. That's all. Thank you.